Hello, beautiful students. Welcome back to our online social studies class, day 2. And our date is from the 24th to 27th of January, 2022. Now, student book, page 53 and 54. Our value of the month is loyalty. And you remember what you said, that loyalty simply means remaining true to people who need me, even when circumstances are tough. Our lesson objectives are, number 1, to realize that people with disability communicate with others using different methods, one of which is sign language. And number 2, to recognize how communication made life easier as developed through time, and name some technologies that enhance communication at the world level. Vocabulary word. Our first vocabulary word is sign. What is a sign? A sign is a mark or a symbol that stands for a word or thing. What is language? Language is a system that people use to communicate or share information. Rewrite. What is rewrite? Rewrite simply means to write again using different words or a different form or style. Was. What is was? A solid structure, as of a stone, built to enclose or shut off a space. Now, you remember last week we talked about, the last time we talked about communication. We are still continuing our topic, communication. Okay, so let's start. Identify the picture. What is this picture? Very good. It's a computer, and this is also a means of communication. Use computer also to communicate. How about this one? Can you guess which picture it is? Yes, it is called a sign language. Sign language. For example, you want to tell someone, which means you want to sleep, which means tough, scared, dirty, rain, and hug. Okay, those are called sign language. How about this one? Radio. Very good. Radio is also a means of communication. From this radio, we hear news from other countries, even in Qatar. This is called a fax machine, a fax machine. From this machine, we can get a message from our loved ones. Newspaper, and this is what? A newspaper. Now, let's read. The first word is what? Radio. Very good. The second one, fax machine. Good job, everyone. Sign language. Well done. Newspaper. Very good. And computer. Very good. All these are what? They are means of communication. They make communication easier. They are means of communication. Now you remember our topic. Our topic still remains communication. Now, what is communication? What is communication? Remember, we said that communication is the process of passing information and receiving the same from one person to another through verbal and non-verbal means. Communication is the process of passing information and receiving the same from one person to another through verbal and non-verbal means. Types of communication. Number 1, we'll talk about the verbal communication, the non-verbal communication, the written communication, the listening communication, and the visual communication. Now, let's discuss about communication more. This is a picture of an early man. What is it doing? What is the early man doing? He's actually drawing. Remember, in the past, drawing is a means of communication to the early man. Drawing is a means of communication to early man. So people used to draw pictures on rocks or walls in caves before they knew how to write. They never know how to write. They started drawing on walls and rocks before they now learned how to write, okay? So later on, people use letters instead of pictures, okay? As time goes on, they learn how to use letters instead of pictures. You remember in this place, they draw on the wall pictures, okay? Then later on, they learn how to write letters instead of pictures. Now, look at this letter here. This is written in Greek. This letter is written in Russian. And this one is written in English. And one down is written in Arabic. So here are some of the different alphabets used around the world. The alphabet in Greek, also in Russian, also in English, and in Arabic. Okay, remember, many years ago, the early men, they used to draw on the wall and also on the rock. Later on, they started learning how to write letters instead of using pictures, okay? So these are the ways they started learning how to write. They learn how to write letters in Greek, they learn how to write letters in Russian, they learn how to write letters, excuse me, in English, they learn how to write letter in Arabic. Now, long ago, making a copy of a book meant rewriting it again and again for as many copies as were needed. You see the man? You see a lot. He said, this is taking a lot of time. He's really, really stressed, okay? He said it's taking a lot of time because he have to write on one and write on two and write, keep writing and keep writing and keep writing and keep writing. But as time goes on, they invented a photocopier, okay? A photocopy machine. Today, a photocopier can make hundreds of copies in 1 hour, okay? In 1 hour, you remember we talked about 60 minutes makes 1 hour. In 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, they can make 100 copies of things, of letters or anything at all. They make 100 copies per hour, okay? Before, man used to write, okay? They write, and they keep writing and keep writing and keep writing. They started complaining, oh, this is taking a lot of time. Then, as time goes on, they invented a photocopier that made life easier, that helps man to make more copies, 100 copies in 60 minutes or in 1 hour. Okay, now let's talk about the sign language. You remember the sign language I showed you in the other slide? Deaf people communicate with each other by making special signs with their hand. It is called sign language. For example, this is A, this is L, and this is I, okay? This is A, this is L, and this is I. All these are called sign languages, okay? The deaf people understand, they communicate through sign languages, okay? Like this picture you're seeing here, pictures of bed, I want to sleep. Like a deaf child will make this. Someone around there will know that he or she wants to sleep. And this one means touch. It means touch, okay? It means touch. And this means scared. And this one means dry. This means rain. And this means a hug. All these are called sign languages, okay? Sign language. So you're going to click on this video to watch, okay? Now, you bring out your notebook and start writing, all right? Communication is the process of passing information from one person to another through verbal and non-verbal means, all right? Communication is the process of passing information from one person to another through verbal and non-verbal means. And don't forget to play the online game, send a picture to your various class dojo, okay? Now, our critical thinking question. What is the easiest way of communication? What is the easiest way of communication? Think about it and share your thoughts with your parents or your friends, okay? Thank you everyone for listening, and don't forget to always keep safe and be good. I will sign out now. Bye. See you in our next class.